all is not lost, because it would seem that the timeline in which Tony never meets Bam and the timeline in which Tony does not die have been defeated, and the true timeline remains. And then perhaps the Tony C convergence can be stopped from taking place as we all reconvene. We come together, we go down the path of Thug Pro, and we finally arrive at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2.
So this is a new HD re-release / combination of Tony Hawk 1 and 2, but there is obviously a lot more work going into this one than the prior. One, it's both games combined.
Two, it's not a fucking definitive edition. It's a goddamn remake.
Yeah. Three, the devs said, don't worry, revert will be in the game, because every dev kept screwing up all the vert transitions because they kept hitting the button by like default. Because revert is part of the fucking formula.
Yeah, it was added later than 1 and 2, but it became a needed addition. I also got used to the running off the board in Thug as well.
Yeah. Here's the craziest thing. I just looked it up. They released the soundtrack.
Yes.
That will be in the game.
Yes.
And it is only missing 5 songs.
Yes. And among those missing songs is my absolute fucking favorite. God damn it. One Super Bunny Hop pointed it out, and I didn't even fucking notice that they released the soundtrack list. Anthrax, Public Enemy, Bring the Noise is fucking gone, dude. And that is my favorite track in all of Tony Hawk, in every single one of them.
That is the one that stands out.
Fuck me, dude. That song is so good.
But it's still pretty great that they got all the other ones.
It's fantastic that they got everyone else.
Because this is always the thing whenever these old sports games come out.
How low can you go? Death row! What a brother knows. Once again, back it's the incredible, the rhyme animal, the incredible D, Public Enemy #1. All right. It's the best. It's the best, dude. Oh, that song's going to hurt me, man.
Yeah. But this is easily the best attempt I've ever seen at getting the right songs.
It is.
I can only imagine they went to these bands and they were like, can we use it? And the answer just came back, no. Like, not let's talk, but just no.
I know.
Not going to do it.
I know. I at least they had the presence of mind to release the list and tell you this is what we got and this is what we didn't, because the only thing more important than the only thing as important as the way the game feels is the fucking soundtrack.
Yeah. That soundtrack was definitive. It was unbelievable. Like you got a real good feel as to like, what is skate culture? It's these 35 songs. That's what it is. And yes, Superman by Goldfinger is totally in the game,
of course
guys. Stop
it is.
asking.
No duh. Yes, that's the obvious. That's the obvious. But, you know, never better than the brother was madder than mad at the facts corrupt like a senator. Souls on a rope, but they treat it like soap on a rope.
There's one thing about this HD remake thing, whatever it is, that is by far the weirdest thing that I could ever imagine.
What?
They're getting the whole band back together, skater-wise.
Yeah, they got everybody.
And they're scanning them in now.
Yeah, we don't got the old Muska man. We got the new Muska man. He's fucking.
We want current Muska.
Absolutely. That Christ stare is going to have a little bit of back crook to it.
So everyone is in their 40s at least. Dude, it's hilarious. It really gives you the feeling of like somebody behind like Rodney Mullen with a gun. Just being like, grind the rail, Rodney. I can't do it. I'm too old. Grind the rail, Rodney.
And you get to see Tony interviewing everybody and having these little fun hangouts, getting the band back together with, you know, all the folks that have been there since day one, like Jack Black.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
I
don't care. I just want. I'll watch people talk to Jack Black.
Yeah. Now, can we? Because we're not getting then. Then is not happening, right? Then has been delayed. Tony Hawk's Existential Nightmare has been indefinitely shelved for the moment, and that's fine.
The only thing that.
But if this game delivers on the Tony Hawk microwave hallway, I think we have a chance. I think we have a chance. It all depends on whether or not they deliver.
So, my only really strong disappointment in this game's release is that Bam is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
So he isn't being replaced by like a skeleton with like a douchebag hat on.
I mean, if Bam is alive,
let's scan in Bam's corpse, you know?
If Bam is alive, then that means that shopping carts and hobos and pissing on things, and most importantly,
beating up your dad for no reason,
and Eric fucking Sparrow are all a part of the adventure. You know, this is the risk, right? Bam joining brings chaos into the world where there once was only.
I fucking hate Bam Margera so much, dude. I fucking hate Bam Margera so much. Whenever me and my pals would watch like Jackass, we noticed something about the Jackass crew, and that would be like everybody got pranked really bad, but Bam was the only one that they would prank so hard that he would like cry, and the ones against him were like super cruel. They were super, super cruel, and I would always feel like, good, fuck you, Bam. Good.
Now it's just a question, though. It's like this: we will see the intent, right? We will see the intent because Bam canonically did not exist in the timeline at this point.
That's true. He hadn't entered the timeline yet.
Bam is not yet in the timeline. Will they warp things to bring him in preemptively and create a whole new line of events?
Okay, this is gonna be. I don't even know if you know what. I don't even know if this is gonna be obscure or not. But if Bam comes in, can we get Tom Green to come in to take him out?
No. Whispers will grab Bam and pull him.
Whispers of Green?
Whispers of Tom Green will pull Bam out of the fucking skate park. And every time Tony's like, wait, who's that? What was that? Was that? I'm like, no, I don't know. It was nothing.
You know, and you'll hear the clarion call of I'm Swedish, as ghosts grab onto Bam and remove him. As he begs you for cocaine.
Fucking his fat dad will be walking by and like there'll be a moment of like the game has a prompt where you're supposed to do something to this guy, but you're not sure what, and the guy's like, what do you want? And it's like nothing. I think nothing. And then Bam's dad just has a peaceful day and nothing happens to him. The whispers, dude. This is what happens, man. You know?
Dude, those whispers are going to show up in meme form for many long time. Many long time, because it works. It works every time.
And Eric Costin knows exactly what's happening, but he can't tell anybody.
Shh.
He knows what's going on, and he just has to keep Tony in the dark the whole time. Man, there's a lot that could happen, dude. There's a lot that could happen. Notice that this game is called Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. What if that title means more than it sounds like?
What if? It's a shame that we live in the current monetization world, because back in the old days, you know what this game could actually have? Like, you would beat all the levels and then it would unlock all the Tony Hawk 3 levels.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that would be the greatest thing ever.
I'd like to see, or even just like you're going through the character creator and like you notice you've got like, hey, look, that looks a bit like Eric Sparrow's head. Whatever. That looks like is that his shirt? Oh, okay. Yeah. Huh. Your name can automatically be Sparrow. That's okay, whatever. And you make your own character. But if you put all the assets together and you resurrect him in the form of the custom skater, the game changes. The title screen fucking turns dark and the resurrection is complete because you yourself has brought him back. And reunion theory has come too. Eric Sparrow looks at Tony and says, I will never be a memory.
Never, Tony. And then the final level is you have to travel back in time and smother Eric Sparrow in his crib with a skateboard.
With an Omni 900.
Perform a 900 kickflip on this crib.
Grab the baby and do an Omni 900 so fast that you absolutely annihilate young Sparrow before it's too late. The only way to save the current timeline. Advent Sparrow. Oh my god. Yep. Tony gets these headaches from time to time. He, sees things he shouldn't be seeing. Everyone's like, Tony, you okay? And he's like, what? Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Well, see, this is weird because they're all going to be old. Yeah, are they all going to be like in their 40s, but the stages are going to be in the mid-90s? Like,
I mean, like maybe Tony attempts to defeat Sparrow with one last 900, but he only gets 720 of the way there. But
oh no!
But before he fades away, Riley grabs the board and completes the rest of it, and Riley becomes the new hero that picks up where Tony left off. Maybe Riley Hawk's turn is now.
Riley, you can do it. And he picks up the board and he's in the transition and he's spinning. And then you see the ghost of Tony behind him. Like Goku.
Exactly.
And he grabs the board
what I'm saying.
And yanks it. And then Riley hits the 1080.
That's what I'm saying. Riley's got to go further. But first, Tony has to throw a Senzu bean to Eric Sparrow to defeat him at his strongest. But I believe Riley Hawk can do it. You know?
Dude.
Yep. Then can still exist.
So this is the part where, like, I'm now going to forget about the game until it comes out, and I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to get bits of this conversation confused with reality, and play it, and be like, oh, right. That was just all bullshit we said. None of that was real.
Just
oh well.
Officer Dick dropping a plate on Sector 7.
Why would you do that, Officer Dick? Why would you do that?